Afternoon, everyone. Meteorologist Bill Rentschler in the 10:11 Now Weather Center. I wanted to bring you a weather update as it's pretty hot and pretty humid across, especially the southeastern corner of the state. So we'll kind of go over some of the current conditions and talk about when the heat might be relenting just a little bit. As again, temperatures again feeling right around triple digits again. The first time kind of this year that we've been there. And again, it's going to be pretty warm again for the day tomorrow. But we're also going to keep an eye on the potential, maybe for some areas of heavy rain as we head over the next few days. So again, kind of a lot to unpack from the forecast as we head over the next couple days. So we'll go ahead and we'll fire up our triple boxes here. Oh, those are the wrong triple boxes. Let's see. These are the triple boxes. No? My double boxes. Here we go. These are the boxes that I'm looking for. Okay, perfect. First thing I wanted to kind of touch on again, because we do have temperatures in the mid to upper 90s, and this is, again, obviously going to become more and more common here as we head into the summer months, again, is to look before you lock. Again, unfortunately, we hear stories like this far too often in the summertime. It's entirely preventable. But again, is children, pets, being left in hot vehicles. And again, it can result in heat stroke and death in just minutes. And so again, when it's 95 degrees outside, like it is today here in Lincoln, temperature inside your car after just 10 minutes, 114 degrees. After 20 minutes, 124 degrees. After 30 minutes, it's almost 130 degrees. So again, heat like that, it is fatal in just minutes. It didn't take long. And again, doesn't matter if you're parked in the shade or anything like that. Again, don't leave pets, don't leave kids in the vehicle. Again, that is just a big no-no. So again, keep that in mind here as we head, again, not only today, but through the summer months as well. Again, you would think you wouldn't have to remind people of this, but again, like I said, we see stories like this far too often. Again, also, just some tips and tricks, beating the heat. Again, make sure you're dressing properly, lightweight, loose-fitting, light-colored clothing, hydrating properly, plenty of water. Again, avoid, the salty foods. Again, eat something lighter, fruit or salad. Again, just remember to slow down, take breaks inside in the AC if you can. Again, if you don't have access to an AC, try a library, movie theater, mall, someplace, that where you can cool yourself off. Obviously, avoid direct sunlight. So again, if you long sleeve shirt, make sure you got your ball cap on. Again, if you're someone like me now who is follically challenged, make sure you put on plenty of sunscreen. And again, just taking time to take a cool shower or a cool bath, again, help regulate your body temperature. And again, don't forget your furry friends too. They need plenty of fresh, cool water. And make sure your pets have shade or air conditioning. Again, and on days like today, and again, like many days in the summer, take your walks early in the day or later in the evening. And again, like we touched on at the very beginning, never leave your pets in your vehicle, even if you're parked in the shade or if it's just for a short period of time. Hot and humid out there right now as we look out on Lincoln Skyview. Again, the temperature right now, 97 at the airport, 98 here in at the 1011 studios in Midtown Lincoln. But the big change, again, from yesterday is the much higher dew points that are about 10 to maybe even 15 degrees higher than they were yesterday in some spots. So the 66-degree dew point, which, again, isn't horrible, but again, it's high enough to give us a feels-like temperature right at 100 degrees. So again, we've certainly seen worse during the summertime in previous years, but this is kind of the first time this year that we're at that mark. Winds are actually out of the west and northwest, light at around 7 miles an hour. So again, the air's not moving a whole lot out there right now. So again, pretty thick conditions here in the capital city. Statewide, again, Lincoln is actually the warm spot across the state with that 97-degree reading. Still mid-90s, though, for Beatrice as well as Hebron. Low 90s from Omaha to Falls City. And you can see temperatures actually cooler as you head further to the north and to the west. And again, much more comfortable in the mid to upper 80s to right around 90 degrees for the Tri-Cities, and even some upper 70s and low 80s as you head across parts of the Sandhills and into northwestern Nebraska. So again, the heat kind of confined to the southeastern corner of the state. Dew point temperatures, though, much higher for just about everyone. Again, sitting in the middle and upper 60s for much of 1011 country, and even in a few spots, Nebraska City and Falls City, in the lower 70s. So again, pretty soupy out there, especially again for parts of southeastern Nebraska. And again, we factor in those dew points, and we have those feels-like temperatures right around 100 to 102 or so for those areas in southeastern Nebraska. Again, it is much worse, though, as if you head just to the south, across parts of eastern Kansas, again into Arkansas, Oklahoma, Texas, again, where those heat index values are well into the triple digits. So again, we're just kind of on the periphery of this kind of heat dome that's been kind of parked across the southern plains. So again, it's hot, it's humid, but again, it's a lot worse for some of our friends just down to the south, to the southeast. Winds, again, you can see a lot of areas have more northerly, northwesterly winds, as again, there's a low pressure system kind of dipping through the area, so it's giving kind of variable wind direction, but again, the northwest winds likely holding temperatures back by a degree or two here in Lincoln and for many areas in central and eastern sections of the state. Still out of the south and southeast, though, for areas like Nebraska City, Falls City, and Beatrice. Satellite radar picture, again, right now, fairly quiet. Again, we dealt with some scattered severe storms last night, and we're likely to again deal with some scattered severe storms as we head through the remainder of your Wednesday evening. Again, we're just in this upper level pattern where we kind of have these little weak disturbances basically passing through the area just about every day. Combine that with kind of a boundary that's going to stall out across the area, and that's going to lead to multiple chances for some storms as we head over the coming days. That could lead, and the potential is there, that could lead to some areas of heavy rain across the 10-11 coverage area, again, including here in Lincoln, again. But the way the precip has gone this year, again, I kind of hesitate to say it's a surefire thing by any means. And again, it's still kind of in a wait-and-see mode to kind of believe it when I'll see it, especially for Lincoln. Again, there's been areas in central and western Nebraska that have seen plenty of rain over the past several weeks. But again, just across eastern and southeastern Nebraska, that's just not been the case. So the Storm Prediction Center outlook for the day today, again, marginal risk covers most of the state. There's a slight risk in the far west. So again, some isolated to scattered severe storms going to be possible as we head through the rest of this evening. Again, our primary threats tonight would be wind and hail. There's a low-end threat for tornadoes that would primarily be across the Panhandle, where that slight risk currently is in place. So again, we'll keep an eye on that. We do actually already have a severe thunderstorm watch that's been issued for parts of the Panhandle, and that goes through 9 p.m. Mountain Time, so 10 o'clock Central. And again, that's for large hail up to 3 inches in diameter, as well as wind gusts up to 70 miles an hour being possible. For the day tomorrow, that severe threat kind of spreads out across the state. That slight risk kind of covers the southern sections of the state, all the way from the southern Panhandle through southeastern Nebraska. So again, for Lincoln and the eastern sections of the state, maybe a little bit of a better opportunity to see some stormier conditions as we head into the day tomorrow. Our primary threat would be wind. We'd likely be kind of keeping an eye on the potential maybe for some like MCSs or something like that. That move across the state from west to east. So that's something we'll keep an eye on as we head into the day on Thursday, and then into the day on Friday. Again, marginal risk for the southern half of the state. So again, multiple chances here, multiple days, multiple disturbances moving through the area that are going to bring in the potential for this for these stormy conditions. When you add it all up, the rainfall potential over the course of the next week, again, this takes us through next Wednesday, again, past the 4th of July holiday. Again, those areas that are in the light blue to purple to kind of dark maroon color, that's where we're looking at maybe 1 to 2 to 3 inches of rainfall being possible. And again, models would indicate there's the potential again for almost everyone across the state again to see some of this moisture as we head over the course of the next 7 days. A lot of this looks like it would probably come beginning Thursday night into Friday night, and then again Friday night, kind of into the day on Saturday, kind of so from west to east is when we see the bulk of this moisture over the course of the next week. So again, this would be kind of over the next 2 or 3 days. Again, so the potential's there. I would rather have the potential there than not there, but again, the potential's there, and it's something that we'll keep a close eye on here as we head over the next 24 to 36 hours or so as we get closer to some of these little disturbances moving through the area. And as far as temperatures are concerned, again, it's hot and humid today, especially in the southeast, likely going to stay that way again for the day tomorrow. But again, it is a brief kind of warm-up as we do see temperatures kind of up and down as we head over the course of the next several days. So lows into tomorrow morning, low 60s to low 70s, warmest in the southeast, and then temperatures tomorrow afternoon, again, not quite as hot. Again, a few degrees cooler, but we're still looking at low to mid-90s for south central, southeastern, into northeastern sections of the state. Around 93 is where we're going to go here in Lincoln, as well as Beatrice and Hebron. Around 90 in Grand Island, mid-80s for North Platte, and then some 70s in the far west and the Panhandle. Low temperatures as we head then into Friday morning. Again, not bad, mid-50s to mid-upper 60s, and then high temperatures in the afternoon. Again, with the chances for rain, maybe a little bit more cloud cover. We're going to cool temperatures back kind of upper 70s to upper 80s for most of the 10-11 country, including 87 in Lincoln, 84 in Grand Island, and 70s, upper 70s for North Platte and parts of greater Nebraska. Into the upcoming weekend, temperatures look like they'll stay maybe a few degrees below normal. We're looking at upper 50s to low to mid 60s on Saturday afternoon, upper 70s to low 80s. So again, this looks like temperature-wise should be a fairly comfortable start to July. But again, we will keep those rain chances in the forecast for the day on Saturday. Into Sunday morning, upper 50s to low 60s again. And then temperatures kind of returning to more seasonal levels to finish the weekend on Sunday, upper 80s to right around 90 degrees for your highs for the day on your Sunday. So again, not a bad weekend, but again, we'll keep an eye on the chances for rain. Probably would be best on Saturday to go along with those cooler temperatures, then warmer on Sunday with, I think, generally dry conditions. Here's a look at the 7-day forecast, again, for Lincoln. Again, temperatures in the low 90s Thursday. Chance for storms both early and late. Again, we could see some activity move across the state tonight that could impact Lincoln and southeastern Nebraska. Then beginning again late Thursday into the day Friday and Saturday. That's when our chances for rain are highest. Temperatures cool back as the rain chances go up. And then as we head Sunday into the new work week, the holiday week next week, temperatures climbing back up to the upper 80s to the lower and middle 90s. Looks like 4th of July, a high of around 94 with a small chance for some moisture included there. And then maybe another cold front next week that could cool back temperatures a little bit towards the middle of the week next week. The 8 to 14-day outlook, again, looking kind of past that 7-day. If you're looking maybe for a break from the heat, again, this takes us from July 6th through July 12th. Would favor below normal conditions kind of across much of Wyoming, the Dakotas, into most of Nebraska. So that's something that we'll keep an eye on. That's something that's a little bit different. Again, we've generally seen above average conditions for much of this month, so below, at least a period of below average temperatures wouldn't be too bad. And then above average precipitation favored across much of the region. And again, not just kind of the 33 to 40% odds. We're looking at maybe 40 to 50% odds across much of the state, with even higher odds just to our south and east. So again, that's something we'll keep a close eye on. Again, longer range models, longer outlooks, climate outlooks for all of July, August, and September even had kind of favored maybe a return to wetter conditions. We would definitely love to see that, especially with the drought conditions we have across eastern Nebraska. But again, that's all something that we'll continue to keep a very close eye on as we head over the course of the next week. But again, it's hot, it's humid out there right now, likely going to stay that way again through the night tonight, and then again into the day tomorrow. It'll stay hot, stay humid, but then again, hopefully a little bit cooler, hopefully a little bit wetter, and then drier conditions in terms of dew points are expected as we head into the upcoming weekend. So again, meteorologist Melissa Meter will have all the details coming up in about 35 minutes or so. She'll be covering first at 4, and then Chief Meteorologist Ken Shimmick will have even more forecast details tonight at 5, 6, and 10. And again, as always, keep it tuned to 10-11, both on air and online, for all the latest. We'll continue to keep you updated on some of these rain and thunderstorm chances as we hit over the coming days over the next day or so. So appreciate everyone for tuning in, for watching. And again, we'll go ahead and we'll see you next time.